Hello again, and welcome back to another one. And today we have a couple of topics to cover, from one that shows 50 Cent kick things off when it comes to the news about Diddy's arrest. And this is just the beginning from 50 Cent, following the new details that have emerged about the case. And we have more on this that shows fans go back to when Revolt decided to fire back at Eminem for dissing them and Diddy. And we'll get to more on this in a moment. Today we also have an update on Eminem's lead single From the Death of Slim Shady that shows Kendrick and Eminem currently lead the way for hip-hop hits and milestones so far in 2024. And speaking on Eminem, we got an update that shows that Eminem's most likely forgot that he's in the music business. Business being the keyword here, since either Eminem or someone on his team looks to have lost interest in actually selling albums to fans. And we'll get to a report that backs up this speculation that they aren't even trying at this point. More on this later. And today we got significant updates on the Super Bowl drama following the confirmation from the president of the halftime show when he revealed that Jay-Z does in fact have the final say when it comes to who performs since he took over the show. And we got to hear from Nicki Minaj and academics who both went off in their own way after they were vindicated by this report. And before we dive in, as usual, if you enjoy content like this, hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe for more if you haven't. And starting out with Diddy, now that he's been arrested, fans on social media were quick to pull up when Revolt sent a FU to Eminem. Around the time, they also wrote a hit piece about Eminem after Bang Remix hit the web. They even pulled the Eminem is attacking a black business card, but it turns out if anyone was attacking people through the years, it was their owner, as seen in that video that surfaced and in quote documents. Suffice to say, just like the source got cooked, Revolt got sauteed. And following the reveal from the US Department of Justice that included some mind-blowing details about the raid.
As part of this investigation, in March of this year, special agents from HSI executed search warrants at Combs' residences in Miami and Los Angeles. They also executed a warrant for Combs' electronic devices. During those searches, agents seized evidence of the crimes charged in this indictment. They seized firearms and ammunition, including 3 defaced AR-15s and a large capacity drum magazine. They also seized evidence of the freak-offs, electronic devices that contain images and videos of the freak-offs with multiple victims. And they seized cases and cases of the kinds of personal lubricant and baby oil that Combs' staff allegedly used to stock hotel rooms for the freak-offs, more than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Wool up, just wool up.
More than 1,000 bottles altogether.
Good Lord.
The segment about the 1,000 bottles of baby oil got 50 Cent to step in the ring. Here I am, keeping good company with Drew Barrymore, and I don't have 1,000 bottles of lube at the house. And according to latest update, Diddy was denied bail by the judge, and now we even got Suge Knight out here sending words of advice to Diddy. Check out a snippet that hit social media just hours ago from the Collect Call with Suge Knight podcast.
I tell you what, Puffy. Your life is in danger. Because you know the secrets. Who's involved in that little secret room you guys participating in. So, you know they're going to get you if they can. It's a little crazy how Puffy get booted out the alcohol business and Jimmy Iovine steps in. With Andre and Snoopy promoting it. It's never a good look when it comes to culture of hip-hop and for our community, for our people. I turn myself in. Sometimes you gotta face the music. That's most of the time. Puffy. I'm gonna give you some real advice. 2 quick things. You gotta make a decision. When you go to prison, either you're gonna be standing up pissing or squatting sitting down pissing. I advise you to try to take the first one, because if you squatting pissing on the seat, you know what that means. Oh yeah, by the way, do not do your time going by Brother Love. Brother Love is not a good code name for prison. I'm out.
And this sparked reactions like, bruh, they both thought they could take Pac and Biggie's fame and fortune and get away with it. Karma is a B, come on now. And more on this note, Dre's haunting Suge. He has to bring him up at every chance he gets. We understand he was your artist, he left death row, and he died. But now he's a billionaire, and now we got snippets making comebacks on Diddy. For instance, when the game spoke on Diddy trying to set up Drake, the game confirms that Diddy was attempting to set up Drake to be killed in LA, eyes emoji.
They're trying to set up Drake in LA at one point?
That was about like him and Diddy were beefing, right? They had a little beef over something in Miami outside of LA.
I think Diddy allegedly assaulted him or something. I think it was over the Start from the Bottom beat, where I guess it's supposed to go to Diddy and Drake took it and something silly like that.
Yeah, I mean, when I think about Started from the Bottom, I don't know what Diddy would have did with that beat.
I know.
It's like a Drake beat. But yeah, there were like calls, going around LA, and it was like, Drake here, Drake there, who will run up on him. I'm not saying it, it didn't come from Diddy directly, but LA get tricky. So, when there are beefs and they are here, no matter who it is, like there's certain people that are gonna get called, and I'm one of those people. So, I had privy, Drake to a little information. Like I said, I don't know where it came from, but I always, it's like my brother. So I hit him. I told him like, yo, this is what it is, but I got you. We over here. And I'm pretty heavy. So, we straight.
Although Game's reputation stepped in the way, as users hit back with, his resume for lying is long, but I might believe him just this once. And more, this dude probably lying again. And even snippets of academics talking about Miami freak-off parties have made a comeback, all thanks to an old Drake post from 2012 that goes, "From this dude Diddy view, I think I see his vision too." And this snippet made a comeback.
The fact that like these guys, if you know anything about like some of the underlings of like some of the industry parties, and I don't even go out and I know some of this stuff, these guys basically go to Miami, set up shop, have 59 private parties where they invite 400 girls, and it's like 50 of them and their guys, and they all the girls. You get what I mean? It's almost like the OVO FBG freak off, right? You know what I'm saying? So,
and speaking on these parties, we got rapper Trick Daddy out here clearing the air.
I don't know what's going on. The next person asks me if I've been in one of them parties, I'm gonna slap the shit out you. They don't like my kind at them parties. There's a few other real niggas in hip hop that I don't believe ever been invited to one of them parties.
We're rolling. Thank you.
I'm live right now. I don't want to hear that shit. Let me explain something to y'all. This is not the time to go off, kill yourself, taking no medicine, drinking no, eating no motherfucking poison, candy and all that, blowing your motherfucking out. You know what you did, go ahead and face the consequences. For those of y'all that are grown adults, we don't care who you laid down and had sex with. It's gonna get exposed right now. It's a good time to come out the closet. You know what I'm saying? But what confuses me is 1,000 bottles of baby oil and lubricant. They charged him with the RICO. Could have been worse. Could have been the FRICO Act. Damn. Man, may I be the first to say this has nothing to do with hip hop. This got something to do with them freaky ass niggas. Can't charge the whole hip hop community with this one.
And boy, speculations are running wild at the moment, and a clip resurfaced showing Joe Budden and Diddy dancing that included this caption. So apparently we have footage of Joe Budden and P. Diddy warming up before a freak-off at a private party. The Joe Budden TV podcast is gonna be very interesting this week, because we all know what happens after 3 a.m. And boy, this got the timeline in tears, and things are certainly about to escalate this week in hip-hop. And moving on, following the confirmation from the halftime show president that Jay-Z makes the final decision since Roc Nation took over, we got reactions from academics and even Nicki Minaj. First, Ak went off on his live stream after this confirmation. Check out a snippet.
Nicki Minaj basically said that Jay-Z was picking, right? She says one took the knee, the other took the bag. He gonna get you N-words in line every time. She continued basically just accusing Jay-Z of, essentially not picking Wayne because he had an agenda. I put that out on my Instagram because this is what the Queen of Rap said. I just said Nicki Minaj said this. You know what the Kendrick fans and the weirdos of the internet said? You and Nicki are wrong. Jay-Z don't make no decisions. It's the city that chose it. Now, here we go. Somebody named Jay Cicero, who's on the Super Bowl committee, said, because it said Jay-Z defenders deflected blame by saying the Super Bowl host city chose Lamar. The president and CEO of Greater New Orleans Sports Foundation and a Super Bowl 59 committee member clarified that selection process is the NFL decision alone for all entertainment for the Super Bowl. Basically saying that the city do not matter. Okay? Now, remember, so you've eliminated the city, but you hear what the Kendrick fans said, well, it's still not Jay-Z. It's probably Roger Goodell. He picked it. All right, here we go. It's a decision that Jay makes, Collins says of choosing the annual halftime act. Since we've been on board with that show, he's made it every year, and it's been amazing. He's always picked right. For all the delusional ones in the back, ain't that what I told y'all? Jay-Z picks. Now, I seen a couple half stupid. I seen some dummies said, oh, well, Jay don't really have all the say. Like, I don't think Dre could just up and pick like Kodak Black. And nobody said that, you idiot. Yo, the nigga's picking who he wants. And he's clearly picking of eligible candidates, but he's picking who he wants. That's the point. The reality is this, man. Jay-Z picks. It ain't the city, ain't no panel. He's picking, okay? So said later on he didn't pick Wayne, but he picked Kendrick. It's because it's true. It is what it is.
And Nicki Minaj reacted to the update with a short and simple laughing emoji, since it turns out she was correct. And moving on, Eminem's Houdini just hit a new milestone. Check it out. Eminem's Houdini has now surpassed 400 million streams on Spotify. And just so you know, this makes it the second fastest hip-hop song in 2024 to get to the 400 million milestone on Spotify, behind Kendrick Lamar's Not Like Us. Not bad for a rapper who hasn't had a hit since 2002. And following the release of the deluxe version for the death of Slim Shady and also the shipment of CDs, it raised eyebrows across the board when this was reported. Eminem's The Death of Slim Shady aiming to return to the top 5 on Billboard 200 with nearly 55,000 units following deluxe. It previously debuted at number 1, and this got fans wondering what the hell is going on, since if you don't know, the death of Slim Shady's CDs have been sold out for weeks, and now we get to find out it is moving roughly 28,000 pure sales this week, which could only mean one thing, that Eminem's team all this time put out limited quantities of the CD and just let things be after the limited quantities sold out. In fact, by this measure, the sold out vinyls that are yet to be released are most likely limited quantities. It is like they don't want you to even buy his music at this point, and we even made a joke about how the good guy Eminem doesn't want his fans to go broke from buying his CD, hence why they refuse to restock all this time. But oh well, we don't know the goals of the team at this point, and this week the album is set to return to the top 5. That will be all for today, and I'll be looking forward to your thoughts below in the comments. Thanks for watching, and see you on the next one.